Okay, so I'm trying to channel, see what comes. So I just, you ever wonder, like, what does a channeler do? Like, what are they waiting on? Me personally, I sit, I relax, I calm down. And it's kind of like saying, hey, soul, you ready? And it's like, yeah, I'm ready when you are. It's just like, it's kind of like when you're getting strapped into a roller coaster and they just make sure all the safety harnesses are in. So you excited for the ride. It's just, you got to wait till you feel comfortable, till your soul is nice, snug in your body. Act like your body is like a shell and your avatar, literally avatar. And your soul hops in and then it gets adjusted. And when the human and soul are both ready, that's when they go. So there's no rush. You just take your time, and the next thing you know, you're there. So while I wait, making sure my vibration is high. So I don't like to say I'm clearing negative energy. No, it's not negative. I'm just elevating. I'm raising my vibration. If you're ever dealing with any lower vibrational anything, don't ever give. All right, I'm gonna talk to you on the fifth level. Don't ever give anyone the power to say that I am feeling this way because of somebody else. Never that. Don't ever do that. Not unless you want to be the victim of something. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I would highly suggest you say, I am at a lower vibration or a lower frequency, and this helps me raise that frequency. So if there is anybody attacking or anything, that bypasses that quickly. It's not what they said, or it's not an attack. It's lower vibration, and I'm going to elevate or transmute to a higher vibration. That's it. So I'm not getting rid of lower vibration. I mean, negative energy or bad energy. That's what they say. You get rid of bad energy, negative. You're raising a vibration. Why does energy have to be bad just because you don't understand it? When you do energy work, you'll come to understand that energy doesn't choose a side of bad and good. Energy is just an energy, just like a baritone instrument, the brass instrument. Baritone isn't mean because its volume is low. I mean, not its volume is low, I'm sorry, because its tone is low. That's its note. How are you going to judge somebody? That's like judging somebody for their color. It's like, dude, the baritone, the lower vibration, that note, that energy, whatever it is saying, it's unfortunate that you're calling me bad. I am just an energy. You understand? So, but if you don't understand energy, you wouldn't understand. You'll give a title to that energy and say, woo, and say this energy means angry. And in human mind, angry means something you don't like. Me, I don't give that. On one dimension or level or frequency, I will say, yes, that's anger. I skip to the next one and say, hello, energy. What are you? So then I don't give a definite, I don't stereotype it. I don't say what everyone else says it is. I get to know the energy for what it is within me. And so then when you stop judging anger and saying, I don't like this feeling, or sadness, I hate being sad, then you just say, oh, you're sad. Oh, okay. And then you get to know it. It changes the relationship with emotions. Wow. So I guess I got started. I said I was waiting to start and it started. So I got to put out this sage ain't going out like it's supposed to. Hold on real quick. And the thing is, like, all right, so I got these notes, which these notes are basically little soul points or thought points that I have throughout the day when my soul gives me a little, you could talk about this or about this or about this. So I just jot down the topic. And then hopefully when I read it, I'll see it or something. I'll start a flow. But I hadn't even got to really look at it. And then something just came. So I hope you understand that. This just smells so good. Look, you see, that's how it'll elevate you. It's that simple. It's like, oh, how does it raise your frequency? Well, for me, number one, that just did it right there because I'm like, this just smells so good. That right there is a higher vibration of pleasure. Okay, so it's not rocket science. It's literally simple. It's Dang, that smells good. That's a positive vibration. Yay, higher frequency. Ta-da! You're welcome. And I'm not trying to be an ass. If that comes off as being an ass, that's just me. I'm humorous. I like to think that I'm funny. Actually, I don't like to think, whatever, forget it. Okay. All right, so. La da 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 da. This is just how it's going to go. Now, don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't want to know what I'm talking about. I'm dehydrated, guys, so it's going to be a lot of water breaks. I don't want to know what I'm going to talk about. Actually, if I'm going to be honest and let you know that my soul is here, and sorry, my dogs are probably making noise, then I'm going to be honest and say I want to go on the journey just like y'all. Sometimes it is fun to know it all. Okay. And sometimes it is fun to know that you don't know it all, as you're human. And so sometimes I like to strap in on this ride with y'all and see the new things that I'm going to figure out, because people think that you just come down here and then you just know everything. That's because that's the story they said about Jesus. And it's like, he knew. It's like, did he? How do you know? Well, because they said when he was 12, what? He was doing what? You get what I'm saying? Like, because I just saw like what Drop Dead Fred, they had, what was Drop Dead Fred? He was imaginary friend. Sorry, I was having multiple conversations at once. Was it something like that, guys? Like, but we can't ask those questions. He would go off and talk to God. So it's hand in hand type stuff. But as far as my journey, right? Let's just keep it at that for now. You don't come in knowing. You wish you'd know. Sorry, my dogs are throwing me off. Hold on. Look, I'm gonna be honest. My human is real, man. Like, when I'm channeling, I be so focused on that energy and enjoying it. When anything throws me off, I get so frustrated, and that's what I need to work on, and that's energy work, and I work on that. It's not this thing that's perfect, and that's why forget that. It's not this thing that's perfect, okay? You work on it, and that's what I was saying. It's like everybody, sorry, something happened in my house, noise, or we got a kid, it's gonna be noisy. You learn energy, you learn manifesting, you learn to control yourself, not to control the energy. You will not control energy. Energy is not meant to be controlled. It is meant to be worked with. It's like, imagine you being a you, which you are. Would you want somebody to say, I control you? You'd be like, all right, we cool, but that's messed up. So energy is like that. Even when you become one or become God or anything, you always respect everything. And that's when everything works with you. Okay, so yeah, it'll be really cool that they said that Jesus knew everything. That would be nice. If that was that's why, I'm gonna shut up. Listen, I can't fake. Yeah, I can, because some things I just don't want to say yet. So it's all right. Regardless, I didn't know everything. Okay. You come in this world as a human, obviously. Hello. I got hands and skin, but then you live and you do some really cool things, and then you figure out some interesting things, and you're like, and then you learn and you keep learning, and if you a nerd like me, you keep wanting to learn, and then you keep learning, and then you see some really cool, wild things that no one believes, and then you continue that journey until you actually crack some stuff and figure out a whole lot. So it's really cool. I don't even remember what I was telling you this for, but apparently I just wanted to share it. It's probably something I left out, but the whole point is you learn energy, you learn frequency, you learn this world. And when you do that, it doesn't matter. And I'll come down to your level. When I say your level, I mean it, because I'll come down to the fifth and below. If you want to say that somebody is doing something to you, the way you get over that, first off, number one, is to always say, something is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Everything is for you. And if you understood that on the sixth and higher, then you would be a-okay with whatever happens. Ow, I bit my tongue. And that's hard to admit to, because like, what about the bad things? You know, there's like, everything is dual. So if it's bad, then there is a blessing on the other end, because that energy is attached to the same note in a higher frequency. Okay, so if something bad happens in that very moment that you create, that awful thing, the worst thing in the world happens or happened in that very moment, the best thing that you could have ever thought of, the opposite of that feeling, was created as well, because you can't have one without the other. You can't have on without off. That's how this world works. I don't know if there's another planet where there's can just be an off and not an on. Okay, so it has to be dual. It has to be balanced. So if that just happened, the opposite just happened somewhere on another dimension. And if you continue to climb your dimensions, and you'll get to that one and it'll come back around, you know, but we're not going to get how it come back around. You just got to first understand there's another something, you know. I'm talking all over the place, you know. This is not what I plan on talking about, but again, I don't like to come with a plan. And a part of me is like, but you were talking about something. Well, this is the way the video is going to go. I was talking about it and now I'm not. So, what else? Maybe that'll be a video. Cut. All right. Now I'm going to do another video, because all the videos don't have to be connected. Okay. All right. Let's go here and let's see what I said today. By the way, if you saw, angel numbers, numerology. If you saw 999, 333, 711, 222, 1010, 1212, 888, any of those, then you're where I'm at. Not necessarily energetically, but we're seeing and we're going through the same thing, meaning we're probably on the same kind of path-ish. If you don't see angel numbers yet, don't know what they are, you will, because I just told you about them. Now they're going to pop up everywhere. Beep. Now you're playing Grand Theft Auto. You see one car, now you about to see a whole lot of them. Okay, so that's how it works like that. You thinking about it, it'll come. You're that powerful. And on my channel, I'm going to try to speak mostly the truth. And when I say that, God, I'm going to have to fix that. When I say that, I mean, I'm going to try not to come down a dimension from the dimensions that I can go to due to my comfort level. I get uncomfortable. Look, I get tight. I get uncomfortable when I show my true self, because I had to hide my true self for so long. So if I'll try to catch that, I will do it. But still, even when I come down from my true self, I am still going to be at the fifth. You get what I'm saying? So we're still going to be at a very high vibration that you still may not understand fully. And if you do, then great. And if you do, perfect, because you would be the reasons why I need to talk at my highest understanding. So then I can get to the stuff that you know or need to know. You know what I mean? So I don't mean to talk. And I definitely, if you hear me and you take anything as if I'm talking down, don't, please. You get what I'm saying? I am still learning how to communicate this to people as well. And I speak in truth. So I don't really sugarcoat. And so if it's a dimension down or a level down, the way my human can understand it and the way that I can make you understand it, then I'm going to just say that. And there's nothing, because I've been there, thank God. And somebody that's further than me can say they've been here. You know what I mean? You can't judge yourself that much. I won't. So please don't as well. Don't. Okay? I think I made my point. I can't breathe because I got nervous. And this is the first time I've ever done this. This is crazy. Hey, it's fun. I listen. Y'all are gonna be like my diary. I should have named this Kamia's diary, but nobody knew who Kamia was, so I'm just like, whatever. Soul economics. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Oh, that would have been a good topic. Am I gonna say that? No, not that one yet. It's because I'm uncomfortable. Ay, ay, ay. Can't believe it. Loosen up. Loosen up. I gotta loosen up. I'm nervous. I get nervous like everyone else. On the energy scale, nervous is not that bad. It's still pretty high. But it's like, yeah, I'll go back up. Okay. One of my questions was, what does a spiritual attack feel like and how to overcome it? Well, I kind of explained that already at the beginning. Don't call it a spiritual attack. That's the way to do it. Oops. Oh, I gotta block that out. Anyway, don't call it a spiritual attack. It's not. It is on the 5th. On the 5th, yeah, they found out you got some superpowers and they about to make sure that no one else knows and even you won't. Because more than likely the first time you figure it out, you don't have enough information to survive that. You know what I mean? So if you facing a spiritual attack, don't ever give it that much credit. That's it. That is it. Don't give it that much credit. And there goes their power, whoever they may be. I will come down to the 5th to describe and to talk about it because there's a lot of people there. There's not a lot of people in 6 saying, oh, that's not an attack. I just got gas. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, there's somebody that's saying, oh, they're attacking my uterus. Oh, they're attacking my spirit. And it's like, well, you are very powerful. You just gave them that. By you saying that that is what's happening, you just said it's what's happening. It's your power. It's you that is making it happen. And because they are powerless without your power. They're using your power against you. Okay, so an attack on me? I mean, now I'm at the point where I can say it's an attack and laugh and say, come on, y'all. Y'all still trying to attack me. You get what I'm saying? So I don't see it that way. Is it because I'm being arrogant? I hope not. No, it's like sometimes you can't help to be in the 5th and not always in a higher vibration, okay? And sometimes you'll feel it and they'll put like a energy signature on it, like it was me. And then so you like, did you just really try? And then you shake your head and you be like, unfortunate for them because you don't attack somebody. You get me? So anyway, so for me, I'll say, oh, I got gas. Because that couldn't have been what I thought for their sake. Anyway, so it's what you believe. And so that's the way. And honestly, that's why I don't play in the 5th because it's like, oh, for their sake. That's so stupid and I'm so faking because on the 6th, I'm like, thank you for sending me that energy so I can learn how to overcome it. You know what I mean? So when you understand it for that reason, it's like, it's anything other than that truth is really fake for me and I'm faking in this world if I am to act like I am upset that you just cut me off and I got really angry or had to meet anger to know that I don't have to react the same way to it no more now that we're getting to know each other. You get what I'm saying? That is a well higher vibrational way of understanding an attack. It ain't one. It is your guides helping you figure out how to work emotions and frequencies of this earth so you can learn how to be God. I said I was going to try to be honest with y'all. You know how hard it was for me to say that? So, or to be the God that you are meant to be. And for the people that come from the religious sector, be the God that God always said you were allowed to be. You get what I'm saying? Like there is a Christian way to say it. There is a Islamic way to say it. There is a Hindu way to say it. There is every way to say it. If there is a God up there and Jesus said, you are me and I am you and this, that, and the other, you have permission to be God's daughter or God's son. And what would you give to your son? The world. What would you give to your daughter? The world. My baby girl, are you crazy? So why wouldn't you think God would give you the world and say, yeah, baby, you could be God too. Yeah, son, you could be God too. Of course. Everybody's like, you don't challenge God. And when I did that, when I showed God my fear, I'm gonna come down to the human part for y'all. When I showed God my fear of him, and I'm gonna talk because the masculine part of God, that part of you, it hurts him. When I showed him my fear, God said, and I call him Dad at this point, how could you ever think that of me? How could you ever think that I would do anything to you, that I would harm you, that I would hurt you? I don't care what you think of me. I know your ignorance. I know your lack of knowledge. So I'm not going to judge you for what you don't know. I see my beautiful baby girl or my beautiful baby boy growing. Even when you're 30 something, even when you're 40 something, you are its baby when we're talking about God. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, I have to breathe. When Dad let me feel how bad I made him feel for my fear of him, I never feared God again because I knew how much he loved me. Are you crazy? And that was the first half of God that I met, the masculine. You get what I'm saying? Well, I met the feminine first, but I didn't know what I was meeting, So as far as me calling it God, I met the masculine, the God first. Okay. Wait, let me make sure I'm recording. Hey, yo, I've never said that to anyone. Have I? No, I don't even think I've told my wife that story. So anyway, let me calm down. I'm gonna be holding this. Whew, let me breathe. That was a lie. I can't believe I said that. I'm a little bashful now because my human oh shit, I was just saying a whole lot, but it was the truth. Anyway. Yeah, I never feared God the same way. And then when I then got to enjoy the journey, knowing that I could do nothing wrong and be forgiven. And trust me, the way you learn forgiveness is wild. That ain't for this though. That's a whole And then I was like, Dad, yo, did you really have to do all that? And it was really, and what he told me was, you were protected the whole time because it's just me. You get what I'm saying? When you realize that God is everything, you stop being scared of anything to its fullest scare extent. You know what I mean? Because when God is everything, I mean, God created everybody. And when you meet your soul, you don't care what the humans are doing because you're friends with the soul. When you're friends with the soul, you're friends with everybody's soul, no matter what they're doing. And so you can go ask that soul why that person is doing that, or what lesson are they meant to teach you, because they are in your reality. So they're one of your soul friends. I hope I'm not going too far, but whatever. So when you go to God and you know God's everything, and when you get to just be a baby, you ain't even got to be on your big boss stuff saying I'm God, not the 6 where you're your soul. No, when you're human and you know God got your back in the dark and the light because he can be anything because he created everything. You look fear in the face, because I had to go through the 5th. You look fear in the face and say, you can't scare me because you're my dad. You will throw somebody off, but you'll be like, are you serious? You're Dad, I see you now. It's like when my grandpa used to be Santa Claus for the church. It's like I sat on his lap and I said, that's not Santa, that's my grandpa. Just hating, just telling everybody. He's like, hey, love, don't tell everybody. You get me? So when somebody attacks me, I know, it's not good for them if it slips by or something. There is no, I don't even see it as attack. I see it as a tickle now or something. It's like, Dad, or if it ever happens, I just say Dad and it clears it. Okay, so that's the masculine of Dad. I don't even know how I got on that, but this is a wild video. There's a feminine. The feminine, Mom is so ridiculous. By the way, don't ask me why yet. I associate Dad with the sun, Mom with the moon, and Mom. Okay. Talking about protection, okay? A dad's protection is more of the, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I got you. You know what I mean? We're talking 5th and down, okay? Because on the 6th level, you understand everything, okay? So I'm not talking as if you're your soul, because if you're your soul, you know everything. I'm talking about your human understanding this, okay? So mom, her side of the lower vibration, like you thought hell stopped at hellfire and whatever. Man, get the hell out of here. That is, no offense, Dad. That is nothing. When I say that, Lord, my Christian said, oh my gosh, you're worshiping the devil. No, but God is everything. God, y'all don't give my dad enough credit. Y'all don't give God enough credit. Y'all don't give yourselves enough credit. And I'm trying to say that on every level, okay? Because I'm down here on the human level, though. Y'all don't give yourselves enough credit because, like, I lost it because I'm like, oh, I felt the look. I need that evil out of work. I felt somebody say, oh, Jesus. You know, and I'm like, look, I'm on the, listen, we own the same team. Since you think there's teams because you think the devil is, I'm going to leave that one for another thing because I want to keep the vibration high. But what I'm saying is, I don't even remember.